Moss.
And I'm AJ Finney.
And this is
Hippie?
Not Hippie. Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 32 of Hippie, Not Hippie.
Yeah.
We are joined today by fucking no one.
Seems like forever.
Yeah, man. You and I haven't just gathered around the old
Devil voice
Yeah.
in a minute.
Yeah.
so.
It's been a while since we've been in the studio.
Yeah, man. We did those 4 episodes in under 24 hours in Vail, and then we
Vail Comedy Festival happens every Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm selling cars.
No, I talked to Mark the other day.
Yeah?
I was like, "Yeah, are you doing it again next year? Because you better, because we said it 500
Yeah.
times."
Yeah.
And then it was fun too, because I also got to tell my friend Charlie Nadler about Party Mark.
Party Mark?
Well, yeah, you saw Party Mark.
Dude, I want to say this. I love the name Charlie Did you say Nadler?
Yeah, yeah.
I love the last name Nadler. I just like Nad.
Yeah, Charlie Nads.
Charlie Nads.
My man.
See Nads.
No, you've never met Charlie?
I don't think I've met Charlie.
Oh,
Is he here? Or is he back in South Dakota?
No, he's an East Coast boy.
Oh.
Yeah, he's rural Massachusetts man.
Oh, wow. Charlie Nad, the mass man.
But, you know, I say he's rural, but that sounds like he's like a mountain man.
Yeah.
Like when we were there, Brett and I were on tour and we stayed at Charlie's house and we were like having beers outside. And he like kind of lives next to the woods basically.
Yeah?
And I think I was like, "Hey, Charlie, do you mind if I just take a leak over there in the woods?" And that seemed crazy to him. He
That
was
you
like,
would ask?
Yeah, he was like, "There's a bathroom right inside."
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
like-
Yeah, for a guy that's rural
Yeah,
to go,
yeah.
you're going to pee on a tree?
Yeah, no, he's like, "No, what, you're going to pee in my yard? I don't think so, pal. There's bathrooms right inside. You get your ass in there, you go in the toilet like a civilized human boy."
Wow.
Yeah. But, no, I love me some Charlie Nads.
Charlie Nads.
Some Charlie Nadler.
Almost sounds like a snack.
Yeah, he was actually competed the first year of the Black Hills Comedy Festival.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so he's a comic also.
Yeah, yeah.
Wonderful.
No, when it was when they had the year that I just got hired to host.
And it was...
Yeah, I don't think it was really that rigged.
No.
So everybody got. I wish that was why, but like I looked at all the scorecards and so.
Was it one person that kind of spun it one way, though?
Well, so everybody's saying about why it was rigged is because one of the judges had made YouTube videos with
Right.
one of the comics that was competing.
What? Maybe I should say it was rigged.
But to my argument on that, that means that literally every New Faces contest is rigged.
Oh, that makes sense.
You know, there's literally
Yeah.
a pro comic judging the people for every round. They know some people better than other people's in those rounds. I mean,
Yeah.
the last finals I competed in where Stroop won. Josh Blue was the judge, and Stroop literally just got off the road featuring for
Yeah.
Josh.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, and you can't. That's a valid point. You cannot look at the happenstance of friendships or relationships in this business when it comes to judging things.
Well, you'd hope that they would be able to judge correctly, but everybody threw a big fit about the fact that they knew each other. So I actually went and looked at the results of the round, the final round, and threw out that judge's scores. And,
Oh, wow.
And throwing out that judge's scores,
Still left everything.
The results were the same.
Okay.
So, yeah. Did I agree with the results? No. But do I agree with the results in most contests? You know, normally there's something where I'm like, that's not quite right, or
Right.
or somebody had a better set than that person. Usually when I get mad at contests, it doesn't even have to do with me. It has
Yeah.
to do with somebody else, or I'm like, that was the set of the night, not that fucking set.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? And Yeah, it's usually not even myself.
Yeah.
You know,
It is always it is strange with some of them, like San Francisco and Seattle. You do multiple sets, so if you have the set of the night one night, it could keep you in the running, but it doesn't mean you might tank the next 4 nights.
Well, yeah, and I mean, Comedy Works, they used to do a thing where it was like if your set was high enough, if your combined sets were higher than the winner's scores or something, there's some weird
got like a wild
technicality
card?
where you could pass through still to the semis or the
Okay.
finals. Like I made it through one year on that way where my 2 scores combined were like higher than one night's scores doubled or something.
Oh, that's right, because you do a South Club and a downtown, correct?
Yeah. So no, I don't know. I don't think it was rigged as much as all the comics want to be
and
mad about it, but
I believe that it wasn't. I just wanted to kind of give shit.
I would have much rather one of my friends won $7,000.
Well, yeah. Well, it does look better that one of them didn't. If one of your friends won, then someone else would probably be saying that it
yeah,
was rigged.
my friends tied for third.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean, I was just hosting that festival too. You know, I just got paid to host the shows, and then I helped. You know, when everybody was pissed, I just was like, I mentioned it to Ryan, who was running it, and we went over and looked at everything. And yeah, you know, I don't know. I'm not trying to fuck my friends over so someone I don't know can win.
Right,
you know?
right.
And I mean,
But look at where the festival is now.
yeah, well, so after that, we realized, I said to Ryan, I said, hey, Ryan, if you don't want to just give $10,000 away to 2 comics, we could take that money and throw a hell of a festival.
Right.
Where all the comics get paid, we don't have to do submissions and all that, and that's what we got. That's what we got going on.
Black Hills Comedy Festival, a real humdinger. Every year's been fun.
Yeah, man. So since then, Ryan and I partnered up, and that was the presidential comedy festival.
Okay.
The one with the prizes where there was the controversy. But the Black Hills we had to change the name. There's so much controversy. But the Black Hills Comedy Festival running strong for 3 years, and
It's so much fun. It's like the best hang, I think, with the comics, and the audiences seem to have a really good time too.
yeah, I think why it's so much fun is it's all Denver comics.
Well, what is it? Tyler and
Tyler and Sheldon.
Sheldon. Yeah, thank you.
And Cardine, Miss K.
Miss K. Oh, dude, what a great storyteller.
Yeah, no, she killed it, huh?
She did. Yeah, at Hey Guys.
And you could tell
Or
that
not Hey Guys.
Hey Camp.
Hey Camp, thank you.
You're like, hey guys and fries or whatever.
I don't know.
But no, she did good, and you can tell that. Like, I think she does stand up maybe like 2 or 3 times a year.
But she's got
it though.
yeah. If she really put some, I don't want to say effort. There's probably another word, but if she really leaned into it, I think
it's
she'd have something.
time. I think it's time.
Time and sets. I feel like you really got to get multiple sets in to start to kind of figure stuff out.
gotta
Sheldon's another one that like really good with those. His one-liners are spectacular. And every now and again, I'm like, oh, if he just had a tad bit more confidence behind that joke, it would have nailed it.
Well, and it's they're in Rapid City. They don't have a ton of stage time there, so
Yeah, but it should show a lot for what they're getting.
And yeah, they get better every year too.
Yeah.
So no.
And Tyler, of course, is really good.
Yeah. Tyler is very funny. He actually came down and did the Boulder Comedy Festival. So many fucking festivals. You did the Boulder.
I did.
How was the Boulder Comedy
dude,
Fest?
Boulder was so much fun. I got to close the first opening night, and then I closed at the Dare. Well, I didn't close it. Janae closed it. It was the last 3 was me, John Novosad, and then Janae. And I was at the Dairy, sold out, super fun. My energy was a little weird because I couldn't talk over this tone. Like I couldn't get.
Were the udders distracting?
It wasn't the udders, but it was. I was afraid I was going to push hard and lose my voice again.
Yeah.
I could feel like that I just ran myself a little too hard. Because I got home about an hour before I had to turn around and go to Boulder.
Well, and I think we need to talk about this, AJ, because I'm starting to worry about you.
You think I got the anything?
I think you have the addicted to running yourself too hard.
Oh my God! Yeah, that's so. Somebody asked today at work.
You put yourself away every night wet.
I know, and I never get a chance to dry. I'm getting moldy.
You ride it hard, you put it away wet, you take it out, you ride it in the rain some more. It gets a little moldy, gets a little soggy, gets a little stinky. But no, you keep going, you keep trudging, you keep tracking, take the brands, you're on that pony. You're riding to the sunset. But then when the sun sets, you don't stop. You keep going through the night. You get up early when the sun's coming up again.
I really thought about this. I was like, inside of me, there's one of those little monkeys with cymbals going ching, 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 ching. And I was like, I don't know what happens when the battery dies, but
I do.
What happens? It just dies?
You die.
That's terrible.
You die, AJ. That's what happens. You run yourself too hard, the stress.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're like that fucking submarine and you just fucking implode on yourself down in the deep. You implode, it crumples.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're just a pile of mush in a crumpled can.
Yeah, it's becoming clear that I realized this on the drive here. I was like, I still have the personality of an addict, and it's just on a different thing. And my boss, who's very concerned and compassionate about me, came in and he was like, "Is you feeling well?" I was like, "Not really."
Well,
He goes, "Why are you?
You keep
why'd
having to
come?"
call in. That's why your boss is probably like, "What the fuck's going on?"
Yeah. Well, and then he goes, "I asked Marciana." I'm like, "Why'd you let him come in?" And she goes, "You can't stop him. If I tell him not to go to work, he's definitely going."
So, Marciana sent me this video today.
What?
Your wife sent me this video.
Oh no!
It's like the Auntie Donna guys.
Who?
Auntie Donna.
What are the Auntie Donna guys?
It's something about like instead of coffee, like
Are we doing like the mud water?
no, it's like instead of coffee, these guys just put like vibrators in their asses.
Wait, what?
I think.
Is it? I was going to talk about perennial sunning, but now we're going straight into what does the vibrator in the ass do? Is it less acidic but more antioxidants than coffee?
I always start watching it and then then I get distracted, so I didn't finish it all. Here, we can watch it right now.
So is this but this isn't a sexual thing. This is like a health.
I mean, pretty much anything your wife sends me is sexual, AJ. Here's the song so we don't get sued. One of us has a vibrator in his bottom. Which one of us could it be? One of us has a vibrator in our bottoms. Do you think that it could be me? Oh, yeah.
It just sounds like a game show.
Yeah, she says, really surprised this wasn't the way I was first introduced to you with AJ and Jason singing.
She just
So
comes
she's like
into the
saying
house.
that, like, yeah, that I should have the vibrator in my ass. But here's what's funny is
It was Jason?
She sent that to me today at 8:14. She also sent that to me on April 14th.
Wait, she's sent it to you twice?
Yeah, and I was like, hey, you sent that to me twice. And she goes, oh, good to know that it's always reminded me of you. So
She's never once sent that to me. One of us has a vibrator in our bottom. Like that. As soon as he said bottom, it just cracked me up.
yeah, no, it's fun.
Could you imagine if you were at a bar and some
it's
rowdy
cheeky.
biker was like, I'm going to kick your bottom? I would just go, yeah, you are. Like, what?
Yeah, maybe we should do that for the month. No more butt, no more ass, bottoms only.
Bottoms only.
Bottoms up.
Bottoms up for a month?
Yeah.
That would be good.
It's going to be tough, though, because I'm going to want to say butt, and I'm sure I'm going to see some asses at the Grateful
yeah.
Dead show.
Oh, are you getting excited? Like, genuinely, are you excited for the experience? We don't have to talk about the music and the noodling.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the hang. I'm nervous about the experience.
Yeah. I'll be honest. The first time I saw them, I was excited to see Bob because I never had. But I was a comic and had kind of been out of the Dead scene for a while. And I was at Red Rocks, and I was going in and already planning to write jokes about him. And then I genuinely had a pretty wild experience.
Are you a deadhead?
I mean, yes and no. I mean, I am, but if there was one band I had to pick that I'm like obsessed with,
Oh, so you're only a grader?
I'm a. What do you mean by a grater?
A cheese grater?
A cheese grater. I am a cheese.
What do they call them? Shredders?
Dude, a cheese shredder.
What do they call them?
I think they're just called cheeseheads.
Cheddars?
Cheddars, dude.
Oh, that's
better cheddars.
Isn't that I think that's a racial slur.
Oh yeah, I don't think we can say that.
Yeah, not that.
I'm just spank your-
Cheeseheads? Is that what they call them?
Cheeseheads, yeah.
Oh, so
Which gets
it's-
confusing with
well-
the Wisconsin people.
Well, it's just like, Deadheads is its own thing. It's like, oh, you just put your name on, you stole their thing.
Well, but they were the ones that started it. So there's fish heads. They're not feds.
So they're called fish heads?
Fish heads.
Yeah. They're not fish fans. I thought they were fish fans like PHANS.
Man, that would be funny. But no, I think fish heads. I don't know.
So you can only be one kind of head. You can't be some sort of like
No, like you could be a jam head.
Hydra, with like three heads, I'm a cheese, a dead, and a fish head.
Yeah. Fish head. Roly poly fish head.
So yeah, I was just wondering how that worked. If people like it with the deadheads, like if you could just be like, yeah, I'm a like if I went and liked the Grateful Dead, could I walk out of there and be like, I'm a deadhead now?
Well, you could. No, I
think now if you like them, you have to say, I'm a mayor man, right?
I think you might be a mayor.
I'm
man.
a mayor
I
man.
Think you're a mayor man. I think you want to get a backstage pass and get that bottom spanked.
Body is a wonderland.
When I use my hand.
I mean, I am going to bring a sign that says, play My Body is a Wonderland.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, we're going to be far away, but do they have a screen? Do they shoot
They got
the
a
crowd?
Jumbotron.
Yeah. Do you think I'd make the Jumbotron if I said, please play I'm here to hear My Body is a Wonderland?
Man. I don't know. That would be a funny one. Dude, it'd be great to get on the Jumbotron.
So I was looking around just trying to do a little research, to prepare for this. And
I do think, just to interrupt for 1 second, I do think that you could leave and go, I'm a Dead fan. I don't think you would necessarily be a Deadhead.
that's what I want to know. What's the criteria to become a Dead head?
I think that, and people can challenge me on this. Feel free to get into the comments and tell me
How
I'm
many
wrong.
corpses do you have to blow?
I think there might be certain things. I think that you understand, all the names of the people in the band, prior piano players, all the keyboarders that have passed
Pigpen.
away.
I know who fucking Pigpen is.
Pigpen's the starter.
Back when they were good.
Yeah. Early stuff.
Man, but after Pigpen died, everything went to shit for the last 40 years.
I don't know. Those Brent years were really, I think the Brent years might have been the best years of the Dead.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like Downhill from Here, Alpine Valley, like 89 is probably one of the years. But see, with things like that, you'll know certain shows that are certain. Cornell 77 would have to be something that I feel like a Deadhead would kind of understand, or at least understand that by criteria.
They played at a college in 77.
Yeah,
it's not hard to fake this shit.
No, but
right?
But it's supposed to be energetically from point start to finish was like the most ideal Dead show. The energy was so hot. Like it's considered the greatest show they've ever played.
So, all right, let's see. I want to see how many members of the Grateful Dead band you can name.
Okay. At which point? Just now?
Just past members, total, all of them.
Okay, so you've got Jerry Garcia.
Ooh, impressive. Yeah, I know that one too.
Phil Lesh.
I know that one too.
Bob Weir.
Know that one too.
Keith Gottschalk. And Donna Jean Gottschalk.
Hold on. Okay, Keith Gottschalk, Donna Jean Gottschalk.
Yep.
It's Gottschalk.
Gottschalk. Also,
it's like food for the gods.
their son is in a band called Boombox.
Okay, I've actually seen that band.
Really
before.
good. The Shakedown Street they do, the version is really good. Anyway, Okay. Mickey Hart.
All right. We already said old Piggy Penn.
Yeah, Pigpen.
Ron McKernan.
Rep. Bill Kreutzmann. Right, I think I've gone. Bill Kreutzmann would have been the other drummer.
Yeah. We got Bill Kreutzmann.
So I think we've gotten through those. And then we have Brent Midland. He would have been a keyboardist after.
Yep. That's one.
Ah, fuck. Now it's going to get weird because there's I believe his last, Vince,
Yep.
and I can't think of his last name, but Vince
Vince Welnick.
one of the last keyboardists. There's also a guy that played background guitar, if he's considered a member, and Rob, and I think his last name begins with a K or W. It's Rob, like something.
There's Robert Hunter.
Robert Hunter was he was the.
You're missing Bobby Hunter.
Bobby Hunter was the famed writer. Like he wrote Ripple, and he wrote like 3 really amazing songs.
That's one of the songs I like.
Yeah, you could get a Ripple.
Yeah.
So I mean, right now the first is. I'm glad we went on Saturday. It's going to be probably. It is oversold.
They'll be trying harder.
It's just going to be the energy is just going to be insane.
So then there's also John Perry Barlow.
John Perry Barlow, also a lyricist. So
And then Tom Constantin.
Oh, I forgot about TC. I met him. He was one of the original guys. I think he played keyboard, but he wasn't in the band for very long.
So I was looking all over for my man.
Who?
Because I'm a little Mayer man.
Johnny Mayer?
Yeah, they don't have Mr. Johnny Mayer on there.
Oh, because technically not in the Grateful Dead, just in Dead and Company, which was an offshoot.
Well, they call them spin-offs.
Is that what it's called there? They're calling them spin-offs?
Yeah, and the spin-offs of the Grateful Dead are...
Okay, I got this. Hold on.
Oh, man, all right.
All right. So we have... Man, this is going to be crazy. I wonder if they have all of them. JGB, do they have that? Jerry Garcia Band?
Yeah.
Okay.
They also have, just for speed, this up a little, they have JGA.
JGA, what's that stand for?
Jerry Garcia Acoustic.
Whoa.
You would know that if you were fucking hardcore.
Rat Dog?
Yeah, that's my favorite name. What the fuck was Rat Dog? Why can't we go see Rat Dog on Saturday? Rat Dog sounds way cooler than
Rat Dog
Dead and Co.
Rat Dog is fun. And because Kreutzmann backed out of this tour, Jay Lane, who played drums in Rat Dog, is actually playing drums with this.
Ah, so I'm getting a little bit of Rat Dog.
You get a little Rat Doggy.
Nice.
So, The Dead, right?
Yeah.
Further,
Yeah.
the other ones,
Yeah.
Phil Lesh and Friends.
Yeah.
Billy and the Kids.
Yeah.
And I
There's a lot.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Are these just like-
you are through, I would say, a third.
Really? Are these all Grateful Dead spinoffs, or are these people that had to be the main members?
They're all Grateful Dead spin-offs, I believe. So, new riders of the Purple Sage.
Whoa! Oh, man. And then
Here's a fun one that I
Old
think
and
is...
in the Way?
Yeah, how accurate is that?
Yeah. Dude, have you ever listened to them? That is really old classic bluegrass. It's really good stuff.
Legion of Mary.
Did not know that one.
Reconstruction.
Wow.
Kingfish.
Oh, dude. Fuck. I did know. Oh, Bobby and the Midnights.
Yeah, that was
Also.
what I was going to say next.
I did know Kingfish.
Wolf Bros.
Fuck. I can't believe I forgot about Wolf Bros will be still touring. It's slower music, more country-ish. But they take some of the same stuff and the tempo is just down dropped.
Rhythm Devils.
Oh. Fuck. Yeah, that's Mickey Hart's shit.
Go Ahead.
I don't know that one.
BK3.
Okay.
That's the K-pop version of... That's the K. That's where they're working with all those K-pop stars.
Yeah.
It's Bob Weir.
Bob, Bob.
Yeah.
Bob,
and
Bob,
Phyllis.
Bob.
Seven Walkers is another one.
Oh, I kind of do remember that.
And Billy and the Kids. We
Billy
talked
and the
that.
Kids,
Heart
yeah.
of Gold Band is another one.
Oh, I didn't know that one. Billy and the Kids is still running around. That's Kreutzmann's offshoot.
Yeah.
But I don't think yeah. So
Well,
all
and
these
then
bands,
the Warlocks, before they were the Grateful Dead,
that's a wild story because
they played together with the traditional jug band, Mother McCree's Uptown Jug Champions.
Yeah, that was the first version of the Dead. And then they became the Warlocks.
So,
But they had to change their name because there was already a band that was starting to get notoriety that had the Warlocks. That band also changed their name to the Velvet Underground.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
was that at the same time?
It was sometime, I believe it's, I don't know. It was around the same era.
When you were gonna say they changed their name, I was gonna be like, to the Wizards.
Yeah.
Then they're like, that's too racist.
Yeah.
The KKK really likes our band too much. We're gonna have to move on.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah, man. So,
Well, I'm really excited. Outside of any other reason, this is one of the funner shows that I've yet to get to introduce someone into something. I took my nephew to his first Fish show, but
I did decide against the LSD.
cool.
I don't think that's because I thought about it because guitar rave is kind of the theme I keep going back to.
Okay.
Guitar, rave, dancing. You send me the videos of those people dancing.
The spinners
Oh.
where they just go wee.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the sound.
Is
We'll
there a section for
we'll
those
see 'em.
people? Or
Oh yeah. Dude, you're getting the full you got
because that's the first time I've ever seen 10 of them in a group. I've been to other shows where there's just one of those people
Getting weird
at
and
the
people are
back of the room. Well, and it's at a show where it's you can tell they're a Dead fan, but they're you know what? I'm gonna go see the Beastie Boys tonight, and then they're
I'm
at the
still
back
gonna
of the
wiggle.
Yeah, they're back in the back of the Beastie Boys, dancing like they're at a fucking Dead show, just one random fucking person who ate too much acid or
Yeah.
whatever. So. But no, I was thinking on the theme of guitar rave, I was thinking the best thing for me to do to really enjoy this is to treat it like a rave.
So you doing E?
I'm gonna
Molly?
do some. I think I'm gonna do some ecstasy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you think that's a good way to go?
I mean, how long does that roll? How long does a roll go?
Have you never done ecstasy?
I've done it once, and it was a wild night. And
do you want to do some ecstasy with me at the Grateful Dead?
I can't.
Is that too much into drug relapse territory for you?
that's hard. That's a little rough on me.
Because it's a chemical.
Yeah. So,
But you would still eat LSD.
I don't even know if I could do LSD. I was thinking maybe I'd cap, maybe I'd boom a little,
But,
just to
I
try to
mean-
get into the zone.
So would you do MDMA therapy though?
Maybe in the sense of knowing where.
What's any different than ketamine therapy?
I think what's being sold as
But at those MDMA therapies, you don't know. There's not a professional MDMA bank from the government that's testing the shit.
no, that's true, but I haven't done that. But with the ketamine, I mean, everything was in a syringe. It was a doctor giving it to me, so I felt.
But do you know where
safe.
they get that ketamine?
I know it doesn't have. I know they're not putting fentanyl in me.
Yeah,
That's my biggest fear. I think
is the fent.
the fent, buddy. Got a vent on the fent.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good fear to have.
I don't want to be AJ Ventanol.
So if I could test this MDMA,
Dude, you trying to molly me up, man? We're gonna be shirtless and hugging.
I'm just gonna get you spinning. I'm gonna get you into the spin
You want me
zone.
to get into this, dude? Spin zone. We've talked about that before, haven't we?
I think we've talked about the spin zone on the
it's
pod.
so
AJ and
good.
ours brief gambling addiction.
Yeah.
Where we were playing with $10 on the machine, and every time we'd hit a jackpot for $2, we'd lose our minds, and people would come running over "Oh my god, you guys win big!"
Oh no, we
And then
won
they'd-
nothing.
Then they'd see the machine and be like, "Oh, you're idiots, basically.
Yeah.
Like,
It was what you think Beavis and Butthead would be like as adults.
yeah, which is a thing now.
Oh, dude, I forgot. They brought him back.
Yeah, I tried to watch the first episode, and they weren't old yet. I think they maybe made them old in the second season.
Okay. Did it hold up? Or is it more just like a trip down memory lane?
Well, it's new episodes, so they're watching YouTube now instead of
MTV?
music videos. Yeah. Well, because MTV, they'd be watching fucking Drag Race, and you know, like,
16 and pregnant.
yeah, exactly. There's no music videos anymore, so it moved kind of slow,
Okay.
but I don't know. It was all right.
Yeah, there's a nostalgia point to me. I went back and watched some of the old ones, and I was like, man, yeah,
I just feel like it for me the
yeah,
in between everything they say just makes it move really slow to me because it's like, you know,
it makes you
set up.
Is it?
Yeah, but punchline. You know, and then it's like,
Does it make you think of like Artix?
tag? Yeah,
I like how you're editing their shit. Oh,
but
yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It didn't hold up that well, but
But the old ones I like. The old ones are a time travel device. Even though they're still long with the jokes, it's the videos that you get to see that also take you back. And then they're honestly just ripping most of them.
yeah, no, which they should be.
Yeah. I just remember that, I think it was Journey, or it might have been a Steve Perry solo, and the video where he just goes, and it should have been gone. And Beavis and Butthead, it just goes to their face, and Butthead's like, what?
So them watching the videos was kind of. I actually enjoyed that more than the like
The cartoon?
Yeah, than the scripted story.
Yeah, I bought a
Than
DVD.
than the vignettes or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck they're called. But
I bought the DVD of like season 1 to try to do it, and what they did was, because they didn't have the rights, they pulled all the videos off. And I was like, that was what I wanted to watch.
oh wow,
So it's
they
just
did.
the part that you don't want to see.
Wow, which is weird because when I was a kid, the part I wanted to see the most was the cartoon.
Yeah.
Where I was like, yeah, they're hanging out with Todd.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But
You guys whacking in my shed?
yeah, it's weird how things change. Oh yeah, God, I remember the one where he's like washing the balls at the golf course and shit. And I
Oh,
was like,
dude.
oh man, this is so funny.
Oh, dude, I lost it when they would do the Lake Titicaca, Nicaragua. And he would just cornholio.
Yeah,
That was
I
what it
need
was.
teepee for my bungholio.
Yeah. You have teepee? Teepee for my bunghole?
Yeah. Well, and immediately in the first episode of the new one, the premise was that they were went into an escape room, but
God.
they couldn't read, so they thought the men's room was the mummy's tomb, and then they go in there, and the door says, pull, and they're trying to push it open. They're like, we're trapped. And he's like, duh, dumbass, we're in an escape room. And then, yeah, it's them trying to figure out how to get out of the bathroom. And of course, pretty soon Beavis is covered and he's like, I'm the mummy in the mummy's tomb. And he's got toilet paper all around.
Of course.
So,
Classic.
yeah.
Are you threatening me?
So, yeah, that's good fun.
Man.
But
How was your fest? You had a good fest. Dude, you had a banger to close it out
yeah,
at the festival at South Dakota.
that
Man,
was
what
good. Yeah, I wish I would have known that there was a mouse
What?
running back and forth. So apparently on the pipe behind the stage, there was a little mouse that just kept running back and forth my whole fucking set.
Really?
And the second I walked off stage, everybody was like, "Did you see the mouse?" And I was like, "How the fuck would I have seen the mouse? It was behind me. I was looking
Yeah.
at you assholes the whole time, doing
Yeah.
the stand-up comedy." I had no idea.
Wow. Well, that should say something about what you did also, though, because they saw the mouse, but I mean, the reactions were great.
Well, that's how you know that you're really not killing. When the vermin are like, "Sure, we'll leave our house in front of all these people. We don't need to hide anymore. Obviously, this is a peaceful basement."
Oh,
Yeah.
I would have gone oh, no, this guy's clearly got their attention. We can sneak behind him.
Well, yeah, I'm I'm trying to be a little more self-deprecating, but in my 40s. But yeah, we both had birthdays since the last time we were here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're 45.
45 years old.
And I'm the big 40.
Big 40. How's it feel being 40 in your 40s?
Fine. But like
Were you worried about it?
No, because I realized like how full of shit everyone was that my 30s were gonna suck. Like my 30s are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
The last week of my 30s was great. Yeah, thanks to everybody who came out to Comedy Works too. That was I got the headline.
Yeah, dude. You had a bet. So much has happened since we talked.
Oh yeah, no, I got to headline the club, which was fucking awesome on a Thursday, and then I went and like I did the Ralston Lounge that weekend too, which was funny.
What is the Ralston Lounge?
The Ralston Lounge is a bar in Arvada in West Denver or whatever, where I used to do rap shows when I was a kid. So it was like weird going in there because I was like, whoa, it's all this. It's exactly the same, but they literally moved the stage where the pool table was and the pool table where the stage was. It's like the only fucking difference.
And now they're just like different.
But yeah, it's Howie's the guy who owns it. And I was like, is Howie still around? They're like, yeah, he's not here though, And I'm like, oh, fuck. Well, I used to be a rapper in this bar. And some like old regular was like, I think I've seen you before. And then, yeah, that was just kind of a trip down memory lane. I was like, is Awfully Nice here still? Does he hang out here? Here's another rapper I knew.
Okay.
That's not a real person's name.
No, I was like, wow.
Yeah, that's a rap name. But they were like, we haven't seen Nice in a minute. And I was like, well, this is not going well. I'm going to go back into my act here. But yeah, so that was fun. And then Monday, I got to go downtown with Megan and the boys and watch the Nuggets fucking win it all,
yeah.
baby. Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah.
Go Nuggets!
So,
Yeah, first time in franchise history, right?
yeah, they've been trying for 47 years.
Yeah, I was at REI while that was happening, closing. And I was watching it going, I hope they win, but I don't want to deal with any of this if they do.
Yeah, did you skedaddle?
Oh, dude, we tried to clean up as quickly as possible. Like
That
as soon
sucks,
as the door
man.
opened,
You're taking
just
me to the
heard,
Grateful Dead. I should have brought you to the basketball riots.
That would have been the best. I just didn't want to be anywhere near that shooting.
Oh, well, yeah. So there was a shooting
What
at
a
the big
terrible thing to
basketball riots, but luckily we left right exactly where the shooting was
Yeah.
30 minutes before it happened.
But also nothing to do with the basketball fans or anything. I heard it was a drug deal.
No, it was a drug deal. Yeah,
Right.
They're trying to buy the stuff that you don't want. They're trying to get the
some
fentanyl.
fent? I need some fenty.
They're trying to get that fentanyl. And yeah, so there's a shooting. But yeah, we were down there. We were getting a little wild. We bought a bunch of beers and everybody wanted to hang out there. But I'm not going to lie. I had the feeling where I was like, there's this many people around. There's this much energy and there's this much alcohol. And we're in Colorado.
Yeah.
I'm just like, somebody's going to get shot.
Yeah. It's only a matter of
Like
time.
I was feeling it. And then like, what was really funny is that like we would just randomly be like, chaos as we were yelling as we were, but we're like 40. So we'd be like, chaos. And then we'd like kick a can or something, on the street. And then we came up with this game where this chaos game where like it was illegal to hit somebody with your shoe, but you had to take it off of your foot and throw it at them. And then they were legally allowed to steal your shoe from you. So there was like this weird, like there's a lot of us like throwing shoes at each other and then running around chasing the person who caught your shoe after you threw it at them and hit them. There's multiple times I was just walking and just get hit in the back of the head with a shoe. And then one of, hikers like chaos. And then he goes running. So, yeah, and what was funny to me was there was a lot of people that were leaving, and we were walking back towards the crowd and being like, chaos, and throwing our shoes, and people would chase each other around. Some people thought we were actually, like, fighting.
Oh, wow.
And they were like, see, this is why we got to get out of here. But, yeah, so then that happened. Then, went to the parade.
Pride?
No. The basketball pride parade. Yeah, there was 750,000 people at that parade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, man. And I don't know. I love that team. I don't know. A lot of the things that will make me hate sports, they just don't do.
Yeah.
Like it's there's not, it's a team thing. There's no arrogance really.
Okay.
It's supportive. It's like a group of buddies that were underdogs that whooped everybody's ass when
Yeah.
no one believed in them. And I mean, that's like the perfect sports story.
Yeah, dude. Underdog story always wins.
And what's funny is they really weren't underdogs. Like I won $1,000 because I bet that they would win in
Yeah.
July of last year.
Yeah.
Like I won $1,000 off of like $50 in bets.
Wow.
And yeah, because I knew they were good, but just the league didn't respect them at
Yeah.
all, which is like they were not underdogs, but literally anyone they'd play, they'd be like, oh, they're going to get their ass. LeBron James is going to kick their ass, or fucking Devin Booker and fucking Kevin Durant are going to kick their ass. And it's just like, then the Nuggets fuck them up, then they
Yeah.
fuck LeBron up, then they fuck Jimmy Buckets up. They're just fucking people up.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was great.
Putting them on their bottoms.
Yeah. Yeah. Kicking their bottoms. You really kicked their bottoms.
You really?
Did I say kicking their A
I
word?
think you said A word.
God damn it. I think we need to come up with some sort of reverse swear jar for when we don't say bottom.
Well, to figure out when we, how we play this game. This will be fun.
Well,
Man.
fuck. You went to Limestone.
Oh my
right?
God, yeah.
How's Limestone?
We did Vale. Felt
Uh-huh.
a little weird. Tried to take it easy. Went to Limestone. Limestone. So
yeah,
much
we both
fun.
got horribly sick too at Vale, so thank
Yeah.
God that we didn't have to fucking do podcasting for a while because neither of us could really talk for like 2
Yeah.
weeks. We had that upper respiratory virus. I think it's called COVID.
Yeah. Yeah, I was so stressed about not being able to talk that I got there to Bloomington, went and saw the shows, met a bunch of people, hung out, got to hang out with some buddies. Shane Torres was there, which
Friend
was
of the
awesome.
pod.
Yeah, friend of the pod. Super dude, he was just holding court all the time, constantly goofing.
Yeah.
Saw Kanane.
yeah.
That was fun. He's going to be at the Paramount here in Denver, I think in September.
Well, hell yeah.
So if I'm wrong, but if you guys hear this and you're in Denver and you don't have tickets, you should go check out Kanane and support his. I think it's one of his first big theater runs. So
Yeah. Well, no, it doesn't surprise me though because the last time I worked with him, I want to say we did 3 or 4 shows on a Saturday that were sold out.
yeah,
Like they added a show. I was there from fucking like 5 o'clock until like 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
I think hosting comedy shows.
that's the thing when you get that popularity. Like a lot of times you want to continue to play the small clubs, but there's not enough people that can fill those spots. You got to move into the big rooms.
well, and then you realize you're like, fuck, I want to play the small room, but 4 shows in a night. That's
exhausting.
That's a lot, man.
Yeah, when you could just do one show for all those people.
And I remember when we had to do 2 podcasts in 3 hours, Mark.
Yeah, but yeah, I got to.
Mark's using, by the way,
Marketing?
Marcus for marketing. He's using
he?
that in his act. He said it's doing pretty well.
Dude, yeah, I know who wrote that.
He told me, he goes, thanks for giving me that. And I was like, AJ wrote that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, at the George.
Yeah, you wrote it. I immediately told everybody about it.
It was funny.
And they think it's mine. So
Pied Pipered.
you're going to have to, I feel like a real bottom hole.
Yeah, I'm the I'm the Perry Barlow, and you're Bob Weir. Like you get all the credit.
I need it. I need
Yeah.
this credit. God.
But it was fun, man. That Limestone Festival is top tier festivals. So much fun. They take really good care of you. And the hang was nice. Karen was there from High Plains.
Hell yeah.
I got another caricature drawing of me.
Oh, speaking of festival announcements, too, you can catch both of us in
November.
November at the Alter. We're heading to Tejas,
Tejas,
Texas,
Austin.
the bottom of the U.S.
Yeah. The U.S.'s bottom. It's so much nicer to say the bottom of the U.S., not the U.S.'s bottom.
Well, the U.S. is asshole. Texas.
Yeah.
No.
But the best part of it.
We know the U.S.'s asshole is Florida.
Yeah.
It's It's
I was
Tallahassee.
just there. Oh, Tallahassee. Yeah, I wasn't in Tallahassee. But yeah, Zach and I will both be in Austin for the Altercation Comedy Festival.
Yeah. How was Florida?
Florida was good. So right after Limestone, it's been this long. Right after Limestone, I went to Kansas City and I did the Comedy Club of Kansas City. It was super fun. Hung out with Ryan Tricky.
The rock around is tricky.
Tricky.
Hell yeah.
So that was fun. Saw Dustin Kaufman, the owner there, and we used to be old roommates. So we hung out for a while. That was a fun one. It was nice to see family. I was there for my birthday, so a lot of my relatives came out. And
Which family members did you see?
my dad, my mom had gotten in an accident, but I saw my dad, my brother, my sister.
Is your mom all right?
Yeah. She did someone, I think,
Hit her bottom.
Yeah, backed into her.
Bottomed
Into her. Yeah, and then my aunts and uncles came out. And
Did your dad get you something for your birthday?
yeah, dude, fuck. The next episode, I'll bring it. He got me a gnarly a dead shirt.
Yeah?
A really cool, like, tie-dye. It almost, I want to say it's like Liberty something, but it's blue. It's got a real 4th of July vibe to it.
Oh, man.
But yeah, he got me that. My brother got me a plethora of socks.
Plethora.
A lot of socks.
Speaking of shirts, I'm going to take mine off.
Whoa! Pop that top. The Chief. It's getting that warm in here.
It's sweaty.
Yeah, let's see those pepperonis. Yeah, so Kansas City was super fun. Again, pushing myself a little too hard with it. We drove there, so then we had to drive back. A little exhausted. Was home for a few days and then flew to Tampa on a red eye. And that just kind of set my, yeah, buddy, looks good on you.
So, yeah, if you see here, home viewer, this is AJ's new shirt.
Too Fast for Rain.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Zach's the first one to get any of the shirts. The I guess soft announcement. I don't know the exact date nailed down, but August this year that album will be dropping.
Hell yeah.
And I'm very excited about the stories on it.
And my album's coming out towards the end of July. I don't know the exact date either, but
Dude, doubles.
we're going to be dropping albums.
Drop.
So,
That'll be great. Double drops.
but
Yeah.
yeah, you can get these shirts at ajfinney.com.
Yeah, you'll want to email me. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to sell them regularly or if I might do a thing where if people want those, a poster and maybe one of the blotter
Sell
sheets.
them irregularly.
E-regs.
You know, be like, hey, you can only buy these on Monday.
Hey, I'm selling
Is
these
it retrograde? No shirt transactions here.
Monday
All right.
between 3:15 a.m. and 3:45.
I'm thinking of selling them irregularly, so you can either give me money or you can spank my bottom.
Get those bottoms. No, I'm not going to loan you the shirt. I need that bottom spanked first.
He needs that bottom dollar.
Making that bottom dollar.
So,
Oh man. So yeah, and then I went to Tampa, and those shows were a lot of fun. I did have Friday Late Show was very bizarre. I've never had this before, where I thanked an audience for hanging out with me, and then someone says something weird.
yeah.
I'll have to look to see if I have the audio. But I said, hey, thanks for hanging out, guys. I got one more. And this guy, so it's a satellite of Side Splitters. I should have
Yeah.
told you that. It's inside a movie theater. It's really cool. I think JB Ball kind of mentioned it or talked about it off the air. But I said that, and this guy thought he was being cute, and he just goes, we're just waiting for the Little Mermaid. And I was like, what? And he goes, we're just waiting for the Little Mermaid. And I didn't want to, I'm trying not to be mean to people. And I was like, oh, that's what this is. And he goes, what? And I was like, yeah, they didn't tell you. I was like, my show is over, but at the end, they lock the door so no one can leave. I drop my pants and I show you the Little Mermaid. And he goes, and I was like, and I've been sweating. So it is salty, my man. And then I went in when I talked to the audience about who's together. And I was like, are you guys coupled up? And he goes, move on. And I was like, move on? I was like, what are you doing? He goes, I was just trying to help. And I was like, well, I was doing fine before you got involved. And, you weren't around when I wrote any of this stuff. So I think I'm doing okay. I was like, but have you guys been together? Are you two together? And he goes, yes. And I was like, cool, how long? And he goes, move on. And I was like, you wanted to be helpful. This is your chance.
Oh, wow. So they're going through it.
Yeah.
Well, it's like that that couple I was trying to crowd work at the end of the Black Hills Fest. And they were like, they had just been...
Dude, what was the deal with the belly button guy?
I don't know, man. He was just letting it hang out.
Just let his belly button hang out?
Just letting his hairy button hang out, And, but no, I'm like, oh, are you guys together? And they're like, not really. And then I'm like, do you guys fuck each other? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, so this is a new thing? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, how long? And they're like, 12 years. and then I was like, oh, 12 years, yeah. And she's like, yeah, I'm his landlord.
Whoa.
And then I'm like,
oh, dude, had they seen my show?
What?
Did they see my show before they said that?
They might have.
Because that's one of the things that I asked Marciana at one point. I was like, what do you want me to call you? And she said, her response is, you could call me landlord.
Oh,
and that's why I was like, I remember when that happened.
They did see it, but I think they were serious.
I remember you ripping them.
Yeah. So dude pays the rent. And he's like, yeah, I have to fuck her and give her money.
Wow.
And the mouse was running around behind me.
Yeah. Well, dude, Tampa was a lot of fun. I wish I could have gone to the beach, but I didn't have time for it. I will say Father's Day was super fun down there. Crowd was awesome.
Oh, yeah. Happy Father's Day.
Hey, thanks. Happy Father's Day to you.
Thanks, man.
We don't know what happened when we were younger. We might have little spawns spinning around.
You don't?
I don't know.
I thought you had kids.
Do I? I have dogs.
That'd be a weird thing to
All of a sudden, we start getting phone calls.
not know. I'm like, huh.
This one was super weird. Saturdays, was it Saturday early, Saturday late? It was a weird show on the weekend. And one of them, there was a couple and a guy was a little too jazzed about me, which I'm always a little forewarned about. I don't have the popularity that when I walk out, people are just like, yeah. So if they're like that, I know they're already kind of loaded. And when I walked out, the guy went, AJ. And I was like, all right, maybe he's seen me before. He had not.
Was that the guy that was, because there was a guy when you started your show in South Dakota that was just like, yeah.
Oh, no. I thought that was one of you guys. I really thought that was one of the comics.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not. He said he screamed yeah when AJ came on stage like 10 to 15 times.
It was wild.
And literally it's like he felt it because I was literally going to go, I know you really love this, but stop screaming yeah.
I thought it was a comic on a boomer loop.
No, it was the guy that cheered for meth earlier on in the show.
Oh, that makes sense. Like,
yeah, when somebody's like, is anybody in the crowd on meth tonight? And one guy was like, yeah!
The devil's in town.
Yeah, so this guy, bizarrely, he just got rowdy up front. And he goes, yeah! And he goes, AJ! And I was like, all right, I'm not going to engage right away. And then when I got to the part where I was talking to people and I was like, are you guys together? And this guy was like, yeah. And I was like, for how long? And he got his fingers up and I was like, this is not good, dude. Just pick a number. And then somebody was together like 7 years. And I was like 7 years? Like, is it dog years or is it actually 7 years? Like, you're confusing me. And then that guy who yelled and his girlfriend or wife or whatever said, we've been together 7 years. And I was like, all right, I got to take the attention over here. And I was like, you guys have been together for 7 years? And they said, yes. And I was like, how did you meet? And then she said, I was with his ex-wife first, and then we got together with him. And the audience lost it, and I just went, all right, I think you've confused what is a comedy show for the Jerry Springer show.
Oh, Jerry.
Yeah.
Do you know they did
Big
that?
Steve.
Do you know they did that when they lowered his casket into the ground?
I hope that's not a lie.
Jerry.
And then Big Steve throws the first shovel of dirt.
Well, no. Then Big Steve just comes crashing into the casket, fucking knocks it into the grave hole, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Dude, that would have been the best way. They lower him down, just two trailer park girls getting into an argument.
I had some friends that went on Jerry Springer.
Like as contestants? Is that what you call them? Guests?
Guests.
Or
I
like
guess.
audience members?
They went on as guests.
Okay.
They were all like punk rocker dudes from this punk rock band. And they went on and said that they were all straight too, but they said they were in a gay love triangle, and they all just like kissed each other and beat the shit out of each other. And
Did they get paid?
yeah, and then you had to blur their ass. Like Andy Musigates is a big fella, and his mom was like my teacher at the time. He was like a few years older than me, and I just remember his ass just being like blur, just like a giant blur where his ass was like for the whole fight. But yeah, I don't know. Not all of it's real.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been thinking, we should go on. You should take me on Judge Judy and be like, he spilled coffee in my fucking mixing bowl.
We should. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, man, how do we get something? Like I was thinking about maybe we come up with
Well,
one
now
bit.
Steve Harvey's a judge, so that's where I want to go. I want to go on the Steve Harvey one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Man.
think we're all out of time for the day here. But
Dude, this was fun.
yeah.
Good energy here in the Sweat Lodge.
Yeah, it is a little hot and maybe a little just like boring, but
I don't know. I think our listeners would enjoy it.
but yeah.
It's nice of a catch up before we get back into the guest world.
Yeah. We've got Hiker downstairs. We're about to talk to that big dicked weirdo. So
Yeah.
yeah, come down to the Alamo tonight, the night this comes out, or yeah, that's what I'm plugging. What do you got?
I've got a few dates popping around. Keep an eye out. Watch. Take a look at AJ Finney God damn it. Take a look at ajfinney.com and please keep an eye out for the dropping of my new album, Too Fast for Rain, on every streaming platform in August.
Bottom.
Bottom boys.
Thanks so much, everybody. Like, listen, subscribe. Follow us on Spotify. You can do that now.
Yeah.
We also got this
numbers are
question
going
thing.
up.
I've been asking questions on Spotify. Nobody ever answers my fucking questions.
Answer those questions.
Answer the questions.
You're scrambling him up.
Yeah. But thanks for listening, everybody. Make sure and get on the motherfucking
Motherfucking